Today's date is August 17th, 2023. When were you born? When were you born? What was your birthday, Yvonne? She's 104 right now, so she was probably born in 1919.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were born in Belgium.
Yeah.
And the Germans invaded Belgium during World War II. Can you tell us a little bit what that was like when they invaded your hometown? And you were there then when they invaded, were you not?
Yeah, but we don't. They behaved good.
They did, yes. You did.
They couldn't go. It's so long ago.
Did they hurt your parents or your sisters and brothers? So you were, if you were born in 1919, you were about 22 during World War II to 26.
Yeah.
Did you live in Belgium the whole time of World War II?
Yeah.
So you lived there. What city in Belgium did you live?
Diest.
Diest.
D-I-E-S.
Yeah. And do you remember seeing the German Panzers, the tanks? Did you ever see a tank?
You know, they came in. We went to bed in the evening and my dad woke up, you know, and he got up and he came to my mom's room and he say, you know, Pauline, he say, those guys outside, they have different uniforms on. Oh, say, Mom, maybe you're still dreaming. No, he say, I'm not. And in the night, it went from Germans to Americans. You went to bed with the Americans and you woke up with the Germans.
Was that in 1942?
Yeah. When did it start war? The
war started in 39, but Americans didn't get involved till 40.
In that time, it was in the very early time from the war.
Yes.
From they come. And it just went. They just had different uniforms on. It's just.
Okay, so your first name's Yvonne Bertram. What was your maiden name before you got married?
Yvonne
Bertram?
No, but Brian.
Ryan.
Yeah. V-L.
Vlian. Yvonne Vlian. Okay, and that was your maiden name. Now, tell us, do you remember the Germans picking on the Jewish people in Belgium? No, you didn't see that.
You know, yeah, but you know that my town was a small town. It was a nice town, but not a big town. So we saw them going after those people. And then there was people who took those people in, and you know, then you are done.
They took them in and take them away on a train, or you never saw them? Was it the SS? Did you ever hear the sirens at night, or the Secret Service? Did you hear that?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Did that scare you?
You get used to it.
Yes. And why did the sirens go off? Were they upset with somebody? Why did they send the German sirens off? What was that? What did that mean when they went off? The sirens. What did it mean when the sirens were going?
That the bombers came.
Oh, bombers, yes.
Yeah. Then the siren would go.
Would you go down in the basement?
Yeah.
And were the bombers from England or the bombers from Germany? Where'd they come from, Germany or England, or both?
And sometimes when you were outside and they came over, you know, then you saw those things go one to the other end. But it was awful, that's all I can say. But complaints, no, they couldn't do nothing. When they do something, then the Germans themselves would punish them. So, and really it was like we were young, you know, and those that were our age.
Yes.
And then when we walk down the street, you know, and it's very young boys,
Yes.
and they would walk with us. We did.
Yes. Yes.
This is that's it.
Yes.
But
What did your dad do for a living? Your mother do for a living?
we had a cafe.
A cafe. Did you serve mostly people from Belgium or England or Germany or where were it?
We served everybody.
Yes. Were there soldiers? Did you serve soldiers in World War II?
You had a cafe and everybody was welcome.
Everybody.
That's what you have a cafe for.
Did you farm? You didn't do any farming. No farm. Yeah.
No, we don't.
And
It was a little town. It was a small town, so.
Is it on the eastern part of Belgium or the western? Closer to the Atlantic Ocean or closer to Germany? Belgium.
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Dunkirk happened? Or did your mom and dad talk about Dunkirk? No. Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah. Did they ever talk about Anne Frank's house or any of that up there in Amsterdam? Nothing. Yeah.
You know, you were scared to listen and scared to talk.
Yes.
And mom and dad always say, if they ask you a question, forget it. Just say you don't know anything.
Did you have any brothers or sisters, and did any of them go to war?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, my youngest brother.
What did he do? Did he go? Whose side was he on?
He was taken in with the Germans, you know, in the Germans.
So he was a German. Yeah.
Yeah. And he saw a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He never forget when he talked about it. The Americans or those Jews, they had to dig their own grave. And then other people would come and just cover them up.
Yes.
But we couldn't stay long, but the police, they wouldn't say that we saw all those things. But that was just plain awful, that's all.
Yes. So they had
we were made of the Americans and we were made of the Germans, we were made of the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were young. They cut your young years.
So your mom and dad didn't take sides because they were on the German side to get in trouble, the American side to get in trouble. They tried to stay neutral and say they didn't know anything.
My dad will never talk about it. He say, we don't talk about that. He say, they are here, we behave, he say, and one day they are gone.
Yes.
And they were gone overnight, they were gone.
Yes.
That's when the Germans came in. And my dad came in and he said, Mom, say, they have different uniforms there. Oh, I say, Mom, did you have a drink or something? No, he said, they are different people.
Yes.
And then we stick our head out and then they say, put your head in or they cut it off.
Yes.
And that was it. It is so,
Now,
it went best. You will go to bed with, let's say, with the Germans and you woke up with the Americans.
did you work at the cafe? Did you work at your cafeteria or cafe?
Yeah, that was ours, you know.
Yeah.
It was not for somebody else. We opened that. And then we didn't open that, that was there, you know.
Yeah.
We did ourselves all the work.
Why did you come to the United States and when did you come to the United States? What year? 1940s? After the war you came here or before the war was over?
When the war was over.
When the war was over you came here. What did you do for a living here?
Here, and like I say, I would never do it again. And my husband, he wanted to come to America.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to come to Australia.
Yes.
But no, same sure we have the language, we can speak our language in German, you know.
Yeah.
So we stayed and I don't regret it, I don't.
Yeah.
And like I say, we never had trouble with the Germans.
You never did, yeah.
They came in the cafe and we served. Yeah, you had to.
Yes.
No, you didn't have to. You could clock your cafe as if you want. But why should we?
Yes.
They were there anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
And we could make money out of it.
Yes. Did they pay in German money? Paid in German francs, or whatever German?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Then
when,
we went to an office, you know, and they changed to Belgium already.
I see. Did you, when you came to America, what did you do for a living here? What did your husband do for a living
He was a bookkeeper
here in Evansville?
in Maastricht.
Where?
In Holland.
In Holland. And then what did he do here, and what did you do for a living in the United States?
Well, they promised us a job. They say when you come over, there will be a job. And John say, why don't we go? We say, go. I say, here, why not? So, and we came in the States, and there was no job. They told my husband, oh, I'm sorry, we had to give your job to somebody else. So there you were with 2 kids. And I say to John, I say, what do we do here? Oh, said John, it will get better. He said, okay. You know, I was not scared or I worried, but we had a food and the kids could go to school. The kids, they had a hard time.
Yeah. Why did you come to Evansville and work? Why did he come to Evansville?
They just told us.
To go to Evansville.
We came. Clearview Hospital, do you have a know on that place?
Clearview, yes, it's out on it's on Darmstadt Road.
That's what we worked for.
Worked for Clearview, yes, and it became a country club there, a Jewish country club, and it was Clearview Hospital on Darmstadt Road. You worked there as an assistant, and so did he.
I was a cleaning woman.
Okay, and what did he do?
John, he was a bookkeeper, and they kept him.
I see. Yeah.
Like that. The people gave him a job like that. Yeah, we were there, and we lived there.
Where'd your kids go to school? Wrights or Central, or where'd your kids go to high school? Central?
Here in Evansville.
Wrights High School or Central or North? What high school? One of them, yeah.
It was a Catholic, I know.
Catholic, so that was probably Memorial. Memorial High School.
Yeah.
Because Modern Day didn't open until 53, so maybe Modern Day opened 51.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what do you like about the United States, and why do you think freedom is important?
One, if I would go back, you know, and somebody would ask me, Yvonne, how do you like it? I say, we had to work. But I would never do it again.
Never do it again. You would stay in Belgium?
Yeah.
You would say, well, what do you think your husband would have done? Would he have stayed in Belgium? Your husband, you think he stayed in Belgium, or would he?
No, he wanted to come to America.
Did he? Yeah. What do you think about World War II? What were your thoughts about World War II?
Oh, you know, they were there.
Yes.
You go to bed with the Americans and you wake up with the Germans.
Yeah.
So they were there.
Yes. Yeah.
No, but what could you do about it?
But they never shot you or hurt any of your family.
No.
Nobody. And you had a sister. They didn't bother your sister or your brother. Your brother went and worked for the Germans.
They did.
They did.
They would be punished to their own people.
If they did something. They didn't do anything. They didn't hurt you. Nothing. Yeah. Okay.
No, and if he touched a girl, you know,
Yeah. They'd be in trouble.
they get punished.
Would they? So this is Yvonne Bertram.
Yeah.
And her birthday's 1919. She's, I think, member of Good Shepherd Church, but she's right here at Protestant Home, and the date is 1723. I thank you for letting us talk to you. We're going to put this on the museum website, Do you have any questions for me? Well, you've been very nice talking to, and I think it's just great that you've done this.
It is, nobody really can understand. The hardest time was for the children. I have two boys, and they went to the Catholic school, you know. And they came home and they say, Mom, they tell us we are stupid. I say, I'm sorry, but you are stupid. I told them, but I couldn't say you're not stupid. You see, once they couldn't speak the language.
Yes, yes.
So if I had said, no, you're not stupid, but they are two smart boys. But they had a hard time in the beginning.
Yeah, because of language barrier. Then they were very successful later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, children learn
Yes,
fast.
yes, yeah.
They learn fast.
Do you have anything to tell me for the museum or the United States or Belgium or anything?
The only thing he can say, don't take it wrong. I would never do it again.
Not come to the United States. You'd stay in Belgium. You still love Belgium.
Stay
Yeah.
in my
Hometown.
Stay in my
Yeah.
home, yeah.
Did your mom and dad come over here or did they stay in Belgium? And your husband's mom and dad stayed in Belgium? Yeah.
We came here and he worked for International Steel Company.
Yes, yes.
That's where he was. He worked.
Yeah, so he worked making, the International Steel was big here, made revolving doors,
Yeah,
a lot of
it's,
things.
no, my love. No, I may not complain. Yeah, you I don't complain. I just say what it was and what it is.
Yes.
But I'm not complaining
I
about
understand.
anything.
Well,
And when I went to a store to get something, I told the guy I couldn't speak English. Come along with me. Come along with me, I said. And then we went through the store and I said, I want that. I want that. I want that.
and he helped you, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were great. They
Well-
were great.
Well, I can't thank you enough for this interview. This is just super, Yvonne. Yvonne Bertram, thank you.